Welcome to a Command & Conquer match between SiNA is OP in the yellow with, I believe, Nod versus Twizzy in the blue with what I believe to be GDI. And currently it looks like Twizzy is slightly slower. 2 minigunners, 3 minigunners, what you going for, 4 minigunners, and here we have got no minigunners actually, immediately into grenadiers. Interesting, so here it was like 4 minigunners and then flamethrowers. So, some of the minigunners are already getting damaged, but the Tiberium, great, and Grenadier goes down. Helipad is up for our Nod player already, and 2 harvesters versus 2 harvesters for Twizzy. No... there it is. I wanted to say no third harvester yet, no other things, because of course, well, his enemy has a helipad, so that would make me expect that Twizzy would have at least something as well, either just a second barracks or weapons factory, something like that. And you know what? This helicopter is going to do so much. Why? Because, well, grenadiers explode really nicely sometimes, and also they can't hit the helicopter at all. Which means that, well, it's just free damage. Boom, minigunner and grenadier down, and this one won't go down yet. So what is Twizzy going to do to counter that? Well, right now, doesn't look like he's going to do anything to counter the helicopter. He's just going to outmass the helicopter. Because, well, if you just have too many units, the helicopter can't really do anything against you either. And, well, with 5 harvesters already versus just 3 from his enemy, that should be possible. Of course, could be a good idea to at least get up a couple of units that can attack the helicopter, but it's not really needed right now. Airstrip is out for SiNA is OP, and well, currently it's surprising, but neither player is really trying to pressure the enemy, which I believe is a bit interesting. And Weapons Factory is out, also does know about the airstrip. Of course, actually, because he had this coded, and there are buggies coming out for SiNA is OP. While Twizzy has gotten Weapons Factory, but is not actually using it, weirdly enough. So, well, helicopter still has free reign to just blow everything up, because there is still nothing that can hurt it. And I also don't understand the Weapons Factory if you're not going to use it. I mean, it's not as if your enemy doesn't know about it, because they do. And, well, you have $3,000 in the bank, so why don't you use it? Also, your Grenadier, well, is trying to hurt itself. Up here, a lot of medium tank is out, great. But still nothing that can hurt the helicopter. Although, of course, against tanks it's not really useful, so it doesn't really matter if there is a helicopter on the field if you're going into tanks. And here more buggies, and of course buggies can kite the medium tanks quite alright, so, well, if SiNA tries to use his mobility to his advantage, there is a good chance that these tanks will, for now, not do a lot. However, the sneaky army of grenadiers that was trying to hurt itself was just about cleaned up. There are just a lot of buggies, and there are also some bikes coming out for SiNA. Both players still have their construction yard, so they can still expand, and I'm actually a little bit surprised that Twizzy isn't expanding more. Just because they keep floating quite a lot of cash. And now bikes running through are distracting the army. will they be able to do anything major over here? I think so, actually, because, well, tanks won't, and good, sell off, and this time a sell off that doesn't explode. That's cleaned up, and then over here, turret, great against the tanks, and bikes coming out. Bikes, of course, so much faster than the tanks, so able to chase them away and still hit them, while the tanks, well, they don't really like to shoot back. Over here, tanks are going to go down when 2 is down, and the third one will not yet go down. Over here, push through the middle, going for the construction yard. Is it going to go down? I don't expect it to be honest. Helicopter cleans up the grenadiers. Turret, great against the tanks. Yeah, no, actually it's going down. Wow, I didn't expect that. I don't know why, but I expected, like, well, maybe that they cleaned up the grenadiers a little earlier. Because this was just like 3 tanks that took down the construction yard in my eyes. Yeah. A little bit interesting. I didn't realize it was actually that weak, or like that SiNA's army wasn't able to clean up quickly enough. But, well, they did sell it off, and actually so did Twizzy, so both have quite a lot of cash in the bank. And currently the army is starting to look better and better for Twizzy, actually. And I believe that Twizzy also had the better economy, although that 5 there versus, goddammit. And weapons factory goes down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, the economy is better for Twizzy still, yeah. So if this goes on quite a bit longer, then Twizzy should be able to win this. 1, because they have such a large army, and 2nd, because of course they have the better economy. Engineer is probably not great to have in the front lines, just because if you're going to try and use it, for instance, to capture the last weapons factory your enemy has, you don't want it to be over here. Anyways, more... oh, why do you... big explosions, the harvester, or rather the refinery, does not go down. Strange, because he pulled his grenadiers away, which could have just, with 1 more volley, destroyed the harvester. And now there are still quite a lot of buggies over here, which are decent against the grenadiers. And, well, so is the helicopter, of course. And because, of course, Twizzy only has 1 weapons factory, he's not going to have that many tanks, but he is going to have quite a lot of grenadiers. So maybe this helicopter will once again get a lot of value. Minigunners, why do I keep saying minigunners? They're clearly grenadiers. Grenadiers are going to go down. Harvester will probably not go down yet. But what do you do against these tanks? Actually, it will go down because he pulled his buggies away. Anyways, what do you do against these tanks? You can try to build up a couple of bikes, but those are just going to be micro down. Well, focus down is what I tried to say. And here, oh, you could have driven over that whole ball of, oh, boom. Great. Anyways, tanks are cleaning up the airfield, and so are the minigunners. I keep saying minigun. They're clearly still grenadiers. Anyways, pretty sure this is going to be over in like a minute, or actually it should be less than a minute, because there are only 3 refineries for SiNA, while Twizzy still has like 6 of them. 5 it looks like. So 5 versus 3, that's a far better economy and even a more efficient economy. So even though SiNA cleaned this all up, I don't think you're going to win. Your enemy has the better economy, better production as well, because they do still have 2 barracks, I believe, and they have 1 weapons factory, and 1 more harvester goes down. That means you can't even use all 3 of your refineries unless you still had 1 harvester just running around without the refinery. And I'm going to switch here, and well, 3 bikes sorry, but you're not going to clean it up. Actually 4 bikes. In that case you were possibly going to clean it up. Because these grenadiers were a bit too far away to just kill the bike. And over here, airfield is now going to go down because these tanks will not be cleaned up quickly enough. Because they're behind the airfield, and then your rockets and miniguns from the buggy can't hit you. That means there is no production left. SiNA, why don't you just give up now? Let's be fair, you don't have anything to spend your resources on. You hardly have any economy anyways, and looks like SiNA does in the end give up, but not in a way that we can look at the statistics, because they didn't completely die. That's a little bit annoying, but well done that you made it this far into the video. Consider watching the video in your lower left. But that's all I'm going to have for you today, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.